Hello, I'm Carla, your millionaire mistress, and today I want to tell you why compounding is important to your investment success. If you're new to investing or saving, and you've heard the word compounding thrown around, but you're not quite sure what it means, this video is for you. Today we're breaking down the simple yet powerful concept of compounding, what it is, how it works, and why it's one of the most important principles to understand if you want to build long-term wealth. I'm going to show you how compounding applies not just to investing in the stock market, but also to savings accounts, ISAs, pensions, and other income-generating assets you might already have or plan to start using here in the UK. Part 1. What is compounding in financial terms? Let's start with the basics. Compounding is when your money earns money, and then that interest that you've earned also starts earning money. Over time, this creates a snowball effect, which can massively grow your wealth, even if you're starting with a small pot of cash. Let's say you invest £1,000 and earn 5% interest a year. After the first year, you'll have £1,050. That extra £50 is your interest, which sounds pretty pants. However, in year 2, you're not just earning interest on your original £1,000, you're also earning interest on the £50 you gained last year. And every year thereafter, your pot of cash keeps growing. That is compounding in action. The more time you allow your pots of cash to grow, the more powerful it becomes. Time is the fuel required to compound your money. Please note that you didn't have to go to work or expend any additional effort on your part for you to earn that extra money. Part 2. Why compounding matters for your savings accounts. Let's talk about the most basic place people start, a savings account with a bank. Now, most standard UK savings accounts don't offer very high interest rates, maybe 1% to 4%, depending on whether it's an easy access account or a fixed-term savings product. But even then, compounding can still play a role, especially if you're consistently adding to your savings. Let's say you save £200 a month and your bank gives you 3% annual interest. Over 10 years, without compounding, that's £24,000 you've saved. But with monthly compounding, you will also earn an additional few £1,000s in interest, just by letting your money sit and grow. It's not life-changing wealth, but it shows you that time and consistency are key. You can also increase the interest your money earns by moving your money when you see another account that pays more interest. I watch savings accounts that my existing banks offer, as they sometimes introduce new instant access accounts on better interest rates without telling me. So, I always take out the new account with the higher rate of interest. Part 3. Compounding in ISAs and stocks. Now let's step things up. This is where it gets powerful. Stocks and shares ISAs let you invest in the stock market, and any growth or dividends you earn are completely tax-free. Over the long term, the stock market has returned around 6 to 8% per year on average, allowing for spikes and drops in performance over time. If you invest £200 per month into a stocks and shares ISA and earn just 7% per year, compounded monthly, in 30 years, you could have over £240,000, and you would have only invested £72,000 of your own money. The rest is compound growth boosting your money. Just imagine what you could do with £250,000. That is the real power of compounding. It rewards the patient. Part 4. Compounding and pensions. Now, let's talk about pensions. I think pensions are one of the most overlooked compounding tools in the UK. When you contribute to a pension, like a workplace pension or SIP, self-invested personal pension, 3 things happen. You get tax relief. For every £80 you put in, the government tops it up to £100. Your employer may match your contributions, which is the money you invest each month. and your investments grow over decades, tax deferred. All of the contributions you invest, plus the growth of the investment funds you choose, compound over time. If you start saving for your retirement in your 20s or 30s, you give your money decades to compound, and you could build yourself a pension that ends up 6 or 7 figures, even if you're contributing a modest sum each month. That's why starting early is so important. The earlier you start, the less you have to invest to reach the same goal. Because compound growth has more time to work its magic. Again, consistent monthly savings are important to maximize your pot of cash. Part 5. Other income-producing assets. Compounding isn't just for stock market or savings accounts. It also applies to things like dividend-paying shares. If you don't need the cash payment, reinvest any dividends you earn and set up your share account to automatically buy you more shares. This means your next dividend payment will be based on your new, higher number of shares. Buy-to-let property. Rental income can be reinvested into more properties, which generates pots of cash for you to buy more properties, which will create you more rent income. Again, compounding your money with less and less effort. REIT, Real Estate Investment Trusts. These are trusts which invest in properties and pay you dividends based on the performance of those investments. A REIT can be held in your ISA or pension. Even side hustle businesses can compound if you keep reinvesting your profits and growing your business. The principle is, don't spend your returns as soon as you make them. Reinvest your money so your starting pot of cash has grown each month or year. That is how your wealth starts to multiply. Part 6. Why compounding matters most to new investors. If you're a new investor, compounding can feel a bit slow at first, and that's normal. The first few years feel like watching paint dry. Your friends are out spanking £15 a time on gin and tonics all night, and you're being careful with your cash, so you can multiply it over the long term. It all feels like a slog and like you're a killjoy. But in the later years, your money has compounded, and you start understanding how your net worth is going to increase month on month and year on year without you even having to go to work. It all feels like magic. Your money starts working harder than you do, with very little effort required on your part. And that's the goal, financial freedom, not just surviving paycheck to paycheck. So don't wait for the perfect moment to start investing. Just start. Even if it's £20 or £50 per month, time is your most valuable asset, and compounding is what turns small habits into life-changing results. I hope you found this video useful. If I helped you understand the power of compounding, then please hit the like button and subscribe for more Millionaire Mistress Money Fundamentals. Let me know in the comments, where are you putting your money to work? Are you using an ISA, building up your pension, or investing in stocks? Remember, making money is one thing, but multiplying it, that's where true wealth is built. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.